the multiple, and yes, I mean multiple plans to divide Texas never took flight. There was no election, no popular movement to split an area away. Instead, these plans existed as proposals by politicians that never made it out of committee. The plan that had the closest to ever getting picked still died in convention, yet the plan was actively discussed and considered among the Reconstructionists holding power in Texas after the war. The only reason these plans failed is simply due to nobody agreeing on the specifics, so it's the best plan we get.
Show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history.
It's an alternate 1868. A constitutional convention is called to discuss the many policy decisions for the future of the state. With the government largely under federal control, radical changes were proposed that would have fundamentally altered Texas. In this scenario, the Republicans fully unite around a single plan. A plan to split Texas into 3 states: East Texas, South Texas, and just Texas. I'd imagine those names would be temporary, but if they're not, then we might have a Dakota situation on our hands. Eek. Lines on the map are drawn. Everything east of the Trinity River would be in the new state of East Texas. Or perhaps it'd be called something else, an alternate name like Trinity for the river, but also in reference to the Holy Trinity. I could also imagine Fredonia, since that was a failed republic, but I think Trinity has a better ring to it. Everything south of the Colorado River, not the one you're thinking of, would become South Texas. There was a previous plan to split South Texas off and call it a new state called Lincoln, but who knows how far they take it. Perhaps it would also just be called Rio Grande, while also this would pay homage to the failed Republic of the Rio Grande, the one that couldn't escape. And then, well, I guess everything in the middle of these 2 rivers would be the real Texas. Had the state Congress actually gone through with this plan, it'd spark rioting and violence in the streets of every city. And as is the story of Reconstruction, there was a lot of violence in the South when certain decisions were made. It would have caused such an overwhelming violent backlash across Texas that more federal troops would be sent into the state to quell the uprising. This really doesn't inspire confidence